Hi students, today we're going to learn different techniques to help us level up our use of colored pencils. So let's get started. We can use colored pencils to create values. So we can have lighter colors to represent lighter values, right? So I've used orange, or we can have a darker color to represent a darker value like we see with the purple over here. So with this kind of drawing, I'm trying to avoid having very many pencil strokes showing through at all. Whereas in certain parts of the drawing, I do want to have pencil strokes. So right here, how I'm using some of those hatching marks to sort of show some texture within the hair. So you're just going to need your visual journal and some colored pencils. So one thing that we want you to practice is to layer the colored pencils really lightly before you start to go in with really heavy dark strokes. So one of the things that we often see with colored pencils is we color like this because we're trying to get that area colored quickly, right? And these are beautiful energetic lines, but sometimes we don't want these energetic lines. We don't really want to see the strokes. So what we would do then is we are going to hold our pencil, instead of holding it down at the bottom, we're going to hold it kind of more closer to the middle, and we're going to hold it more horizontal. And this will help us to create a little bit of a softer color. And then we can build up the color by going over it a few different times. And I actually find that doing this way is actually much faster than this, and your hand doesn't get as tired. So one thing that I did in that portrait that I showed you guys earlier is I layered different colors. So if I wanted to create, so this would be my lighter shade, my lighter value, I could create a darker value by layering on top. So definitely make use of the layering possibilities with pencil crayons. We can even try to make a gradient. So we can have a light color, a middle color, and then a darker color. Maybe I'll use a purple for my darker color. So building up, holding the pencil more horizontally, and layering will help us to level up our pencil crayon use. And there are also some times when we might want to do some marks like this, or maybe we want to show some different textures. So in that case, we can do that, but we'll also want to just hold our pencil crayon and use a little bit lighter of pressure. And then we can cross the hatch marks the opposite direction. And this is called cross hatching. So cross hatching is awesome. And it just looks a little bit, if you do want to have the white spaces in between your strokes, it looks like it's a little bit more on purpose than this kind of motion. There's also hatching where you don't go back across. We don't cross the lines, we just leave them like that. That would be called hatching. So the other cool thing with hatching and cross hatching is if we have an object and we want to show that it's three-dimensional, we can actually we can create the hatching marks in the same direction as the shape, right? So this is a curved shape, so I'm trying to curve my hatch marks so that this looks like it's popping out and following the shape of the object. right? So that's another cool thing that you can do with cross hatching and hatching. So we'll remember to use light pressure and build up the layers. And we'll remember to hold our pencil crayon more closer to the middle rather than right all the way up to the where the sharpening area is. Holding it like this and holding it more horizontally. That will all help with creating nice smooth colors without so much white spaces in between. All right, that's it. Thanks so much for watching.